Okay, I'll go first because Paul's a better closer than I am. No, which is true. As I was assembling notes today, I am pretty happy a couple of you took the shots you did. Where's JT? JT, when you got all that stuff out, all those pages of stuff, I didn't know you owned anything where pages didn't stick together. And looking at him, you might not know this. Everybody's got something, you know, some guys are good golfers, some guys are good at different stuff. JT is so good at sex. Oh, yeah. All he needs is a partner. Been practicing like hell. JT, I don't want to talk bad about you, but you have the sex appeal of a school bus fire. But JT is a constant, and it's funny when I talk to people too, and they say, well, you've been at the radio station 25 years. I said, yeah. I said, and I'm third. I'm third in longevity. Paul's been there longer than me, and JT's been there longer than both of us. So Paul and I don't have to deal with salespeople. JT is a freaking saint. So, thanks for what you do. We haven't known him long, but our general manager, Don, is beginning to get what it's like to deal with Paul and I, and it's not all wonderful. There's a lot of shaking of his head, and Don doesn't have a family tree, per se. Don's is a cactus, because everybody in the family is such a prick. And Don, it's time you started acting your age. Senile. But one of the advantages of being Don's age, you don't have any real peer pressure. Hell, there's nobody else that old running around. Hey, Bob. Where did the weatherman go for a drink? To the ISO bar. I got some stats for you on Bob here, and just a little. It's pretty impressive. Butch Pratsky, who is just one of the people that's in the community. Butch is very active and all the kind of stuff, and has always been very good to us. I don't know what kind of banker you were. You must be a good boss because you've been there a long time. If you're a good banker, why can't you count 8 windows, 2 tellers? What the hell? What do bankers and lawyers have in common? They're both a hell of a lot of fun to watch tumble down the stairs. Okay, let me put it to you this way. This is, maybe you've heard this because this is a time-tested question. If a banker and a lawyer were both drowning, would you go to lunch or read the paper? I am quite impressed. We got the mayor here tonight. Believe it or not, Paul and I are not always the favorite people in politics. And I know for the most part they say, well, we don't listen to them and blah, blah, blah. But when you talk to them, or when you see them out somewhere and you get the look, it's like, yeah, you heard that. And it's nice too, because the worlds do interact. Part of our job is to talk about politics. Politics, the Latin word, 2 parts. Poly, from people or govern, and ticks, who are bloodsuckers. And then there is my dear, dear friend, Karen Gallagher. Who, you know, we're not what we used to be. I don't have any problem admitting that. Karen was bound for radio. And when she was in high school, her nickname was the radio station, because hell, you could pick her up anywhere. I don't want to tell you that Karen was adventurous in her younger days, but she's been turned more ways than a Rubik's Cube. She is responsible responsible for more merry men than Robin Hood. And Karen and I, we ran around years ago. We ran around together before she was married, and Karen's been through the boyfriends, and she always liked him. She always liked him a little younger, so she was kind of a cougar before that was popular. And the way we've just both kind of aged and things have happened to us, hell, man, you look like Freddy Cougar. With love, with love. In all seriousness, it was a really special time when we started at the radio station. Our first general manager really had a vision, and it was funny because when you started, Keith Tilkins went to all the Rotary Club meetings, and everybody laughs because new radio stations start all the time. And Karen Black, who's here tonight, she sold for us at the time, and she went out to a car dealer, and she told him, I think the number was $6 for a commercial. And the car dealer said, I'm not giving you $6 damn for a brand new radio station. Karen comes back to the boss and says, what should I tell them? The boss says, better get them now because they're going nowhere but up. And that's what Keith was. He would stand at the door every day, shake every salesperson's hand on the way out. He did so many things for so many people and encouraged all the people on the air. He really was one of a kind. We lost him in a car wreck, but he was a hell of a good guy and a good leader. Karen, who I love dearly, one of my best friends, this is how you treat the people you love. And we've tried to keep her on, but the radio station keeps chasing her away, you know, and people go separate ways after time. But it was really a golden time, those first 15, 20 years where when we started, you know, we were one radio station. There was no multiple ownership of radio stations or anything like that. And it was cat country against the world, and we really relished that challenge and took it on. So we talked about everybody that's been talking tonight about some of the numbers. Since we've started in '88, 10 general managers, 11 program directors, dozens of receptionists, probably hundreds of salespeople. Probably. I don't know how many 100 basketball games, but if you drive out of Billings and you go 120 miles in any direction, we have been there, and we probably played the best 10 guys to ever play basketball in a small town. Raised a lot of money, had a lot of fun. If you figure in all the tickets from the free concerts we did for a number of years and what we've done in 25, we've given away 7,000, 8,000, 9,000 concert tickets. That's a little. It's hard to beat that. I was trying to figure out how many times Bob McGuire has called our radio station over the last 25 years, because he used to call 3 times a day, and you talk about a job that requires your attention. And Bob has the work ethic and the drive, and Bob has always been good for us. And it's nice too, because when people make fun of the weather, they don't make fun of us, they make fun of Bob. So he's been but Bob's really a one-of-a-kind guy that's really proud of his craft, and you got to be a special person to be a weatherman, especially a TV weatherman, because every idiot will stop you in the grocery store and tell you what you're doing wrong. So good for Bob. The Flakes giving meals, something we're especially proud of. Don't clap for us, clap for yourselves. Hell, you paid for them. I don't know the number because we never kept that close to track because we didn't know. First day I worked with Paul did. He said, look, I'm just here till things get rolling on the farm. And I'm fortunate because I'm a go with it kind of person. I always say I'm a don't give a dammer. Not too much bothers me if it sounds like a good idea. And we're sitting there one morning and Paul said, you know what we ought to do? We ought to put all them damn turkeys in a basket and hand them out to people, make them a full meal. I said, yeah, whatever. The next thing I know, it's 20 below, snowing like hell. And I'm thinking, whose idea was this? Oh, it's been a really good job. It's been a great place to work. We've been fortunate. God only knows this business is not good to most of its on-air people. And we've had the opportunity to stay for a really long time. I could give you about a 2-hour dissertation on Paul. I always tell people, I always thought I was the most stubborn person I knew until I met Paul. And that's not great when you're arguing about stuff. We don't really argue about a lot because it's pointless. But you need, if you're going to be in this situation, if you're going to spend 25 years in a 10 by 10 room with somebody, you better have some things that you believe in equally. And one of those is an incredible drive and dedication to the craft. You know, it's not just showing up and drinking coffee and talking about hangovers. It's showing up, it's trying to make every break count every time you open the microphone. And you don't take days off. You don't say, hey, I just needed a day and I couldn't come in. So Paul and I both have missed probably right around 5 days of work in 25 years. So I want to thank the people who came here tonight. It's very nice that you came here. We've always said, especially with Flakesgiving, when you believe in what somebody is doing and you believe with your checkbook, that's when we know you really believe. Thanks for your support. A lot of friends here tonight, people that I know casually or that have traveled with us, or people we've got to be good friends with, and seen a lot of the same faces for a long, long time, and it's made what we do go on this long. So thank you very much.